Hey everybody, welcome back to Frostbite Garage. Today on the channel, we're going to finally get a transmission in this Blazer and get this thing driving down the highway the first time in a while. So stay tuned for this episode. Hey everybody, welcome back to Frostbite Garage. Got the Blazer in the shop today. Got it all set up. Over here, we got the transmission freshly rebuilt from a guy I know. And of course, you got a torque converter. It's painted green because that's what I do. And I got transmission fluid. We're going to be putting a cooler on because that's one of the things that fail, or one of the reasons the 700 R4 fails is heat. The other one's due to dirt and stuff like that. So we got some cooler clean. You want to make sure to flush out your trans cooler before you install a new transmission. Got some of this lube guard here. I was always told to throw that in there just as a precaution. One thing is we pulled this transmission out of the one with the gas engine, so we'll have to swap out the governor on the back here. It's your governor cover. We'll have to swap that for the diesel one when we get the transmission out. Another thing, if you do have a 700R4, 350, or a Turbo 400, if you only have first and reverse, the first thing to check is your governor because the gear will strip and you only have first and reverse. No, that's not the problem with this one because it doesn't go into first sometimes. It's slow to engage and slips really bad. So that's one way to check about that. But if you have a transmission that randomly just loses first or only has first and reverse, always pull your governor out, and you maybe see it down. There's a gear down there, and that'll strip out or break, and that's how you can tell if that's bad or not. So we already got the Blazer up. We're gonna get under it and start pulling some drive lines out and the transfer case, and we'll start doing that. Just get under here and remove your bolt holding your drive line on. Yeah, really? Oh, really? Battery's dead. Why you give me dead tools? Impact. You get all 4 bolts out and take a screwdriver. Damn. Alright, got her out of there. Had an accident. The wheel broke off the creeper, so can't roll around no more. So then you just then you just slide it out. So what just happened there is this transfer case under pressure, because obviously the vent tube is pinched or clogged somewhere. So that's cool. Hey Nick, you want me to hand me that tub? On a sadder note, this Blazer's got dual exhaust and it's got some, as Derek says, jips and tips on it. Got some glass packs. So that's neat. So we'll let that drain. Come over here, we'll get the front drive line out. And should be good to go.
I just assumed you had it on.
No, I didn't have it on.
God damn it, Tony. That was a lot of good footage. It's not my fault, it's his fault. I thought he was already recording.
Yeah, well, front drive line's out. It's right there. I guess I didn't push play for that, so it's my fault.
That's great.
Yeah,
Front drive shaft's out.
that's all that matters. The flange. Now we're gonna pull this cover off. 4 bolts. It will drain the transfer case and pop the transfer case off. Should be pretty. Is that still draining?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Dang.
It's messing with me. Water running.
It's been raining all day. You want this now?
Yeah.
What do you got? The blue
Looks
guys.
like 15s. That's all I could find. The crazy cool blue ones.
You said 15s?
So weird.
Think they're 15?
Thank you. Beautiful. Oh.
You hit his safety glasses that he's not wearing.
Shh. They're safetying me from down there.
Yeah. Please.
Why do I still have it in my hand?
It doesn't even, it's just. Jesus, that's a vice grip. It's not a channel lock.
That's awesome.
But thank you. The hardest one's the top one. Yeah, that one.
I'm trying to go to it. Maybe that one. You can see it.
Yeah.
Then f- you do it. What the f- That's awesome.
Yeah, that one there.
Yeah, that one.
I believe this is a 14.
Could we be that cursed
What?
that it's a 14?
Probably. Because it's not fitting
Give me
there.
that thing. You like it?
I can't see, Nick. You're shining me in my face.
Yeah.
What? Oh, thanks. Your wife's awesome.
That was sweet of her.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that fits way better.
So I told you it wasn't right.
Why didn't you say so?
I did.
Yeah. That's cool. All right, so get the jack under this.
Really?
Yeah, right.
I don't have
Probably
it
pull the jack back a little. I got this. Just pull the jack back a little bit.
You got it, huh?
Yeah, I got it. Go down. Go down.
You have it. If I go down, it's gonna fall.
Just go down. Yeah, it's gonna tip over on the.
I'm trying. There it goes.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, so we got the transmission pan off. I'll show you. So in the pan, it's got some metal, not that much, but look at the filter. You can see that it had a lot of suction on it. It sucked into the pleats there, and then you can kind of see the filters rolled up there on the end. So more than likely what happened is the filter was clogged, and that's what smoked the transmission, is because the filter wasn't getting any fluid through it. And the clutch is running dry because you can see the matting's all bunched up there at the front. So more than likely the filter was clogged and the pump was having to work hard and the clutches ran dry. Yeah, so we'll throw the pan back on so it stops dripping, clean up a little bit, and then we'll get back to pulling some bolts off. All right, the reason I dropped the pan mostly just to get the fluid out of the transmission so we're not spilling it everywhere. Helps keep it somewhat cleaner. So it's not all coming out of the tail housing in the back. All right, got the pan back on. Now we're gonna proceed with taking the front bell housing cover off, pop all the transmission lines off, dipstick plug, and we cross member bolts and the 6 bolts around the bell housing. And the torque converter should be fun. There's gonna be 6 bolts, and the diesel's kind of hard to turn over, so that'll be fun. It'll be a fun time for sure. All right, so we got some bolts, the bell housing up in there around the bell housing, and the very top one's way back there. Easiest way to do it is get yourself a really long extension with a swivel on the end. And that way you can just reach from way back here and get it. Like so. Just put your long extension, reach it up in there, just like that. Take your impact. Yeah, the red light's on.
Your light's on.
Okay. Now we're just gonna start with those jokes, huh?
Yeah.
See how you are.
Yeah. What do you got left of this thing?
I got the bell housing bolts. Or, yeah, the cover, bell housing cover bolt.
Yeah, it feels like
I don't know where to put the light, okay?
Ricky Bobby.
Up your butt is definitely not a good place.
No, that's probably not a good idea.
I can't see.
Okay. What do you want, Nick? Honestly, what do you want from me?
Well, we gotta get that line off.
Oh, they're bigger than
Yeah,
that.
it's definitely not gonna fit. I don't know what world you came from.
Why are you laying right there?
Yeah. Give it to me.
What the, here, take the light.
Oh, I can't even reach it.
Do something.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you spin your side around to get it out? Okay, so the line's gotta come off then. Awesome.
How do you feel about
How does that make you feel?
Amazing. I feel amazing.
Who puts the lines right there? Like what?
GM? You can thank them later.
And what's holding them in place so well?
The transmission?
No, it goes somewhere else. It's tied up. There's one that's tied to something.
That has a wire tie on it, that line.
Yeah, I see that. Let's get rid of that wire tie.
Are you sure?
No, I'm just cutting it.
Oh, rude. For no reason, maybe?
No raise.
Yeah, exactly. No reason, Fry.
It's not even holding it. That's just holding the electrical.
It's not nothing. No, it just was holding that.
The starter's not in the way.
Yes, it is. Don't argue with me. It would clear if the starter wasn't in there.
There's no way the starter's in the way.
Yeah, check it out. We could literally, or like a half an inch off, and it's hidden right
I
here.
feel like one of you needs to take a camera for video evidence.
Oh, there's video evidence. It's right here.
I don't think I can get it.
Whatever. Our special person put these lines in right here that made it so we can't clear and remove it without removing said starter or lines.
Special person.
Yeah,
You get all over your face.
I know. It's disgusting.
You have some on your lip.
Okay, this sucks.
I got so much
So
crap
what
in
did
my
we
face.
learn, boys?
Not
To
to work
mind your
on dirty,
manners.
nasty diesels.
To mind your manners and to not be canceled.
I can't even get this tool in
Nick, do you
here.
think you could hold the light for him, sweetheart,
I
so he
don't-
could maybe have access to his other hand? Maybe, I don't know.
I don't have access to room here is the problem.
Maybe you should not blind him though. That's super rude.
Oh, is that what happened there? Give me this.
God, are you?
That was perfect.
Wow.
It's like working
You
with
ruined
children.
it, Jess.
Children, no, with a child. I'm trying to back you up, but if you want to be a, that's cool.
I just need a half inch. This line wrench isn't
I've
gonna
heard
work.
that.
Wait, why are you looking at me like that? You want to give me some of that absorbent?
The pads?
Yeah, because it's gonna make a mess.
Muffins. Make them like you're making cookies, and just put them on top of a cookie sheet.
Oh, you're gonna make lemon or muffin tops.
That.
I know somebody with a muffin top.
You, Tony. I'm right here.
What? Where's that? Those absorbs at? You might want to put them under this corner
I
here.
threw them at you.
What? No, he didn't.
No, you definitely did.
I did too. I
No,
threw.
we
Oh,
wanted to hear the whole
they're right there, guys.
time.
They were here like a half an hour ago. I bet it's on video and I can prove it.
It's like 38 seconds.
Bet it's on video.
But it's not a half hour ago.
Suck it,
It's only
Trebek.
running for 15 minutes. Dumb, dumb.
Suck it, Trebek.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did die.
Well, thanks.
I meant Sean Connery because that's who's
That's not.
that's who I'm referring to in the joke. You guys meant Trebek. I didn't know you guys meant the actual Trebek. Well, that's what it's from.
What would make you think no? He didn't say that at all.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, the
It's
Saturday Night Live
Saturday
skit.
Night Live skit.
It was Sean Connery.
Below me.
that said it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would cry, and I will cry when he dies.
Yeah.
Who?
Sean Connery.
He is dead.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's still alive.
No, he's dead.
No, he's not. Oh, during COVID, I didn't know that.
Yeah. No.
You're gonna start crying.
Told you.
You're
So anyway, I'm doing the transmission lines right now to get them out of the way.
your head
He's
hot.
still undoing the transmission.
Yeah, they're a pain in the butt to get to. And somebody keeps moving the light, now I can't see.
It was burning your hair.
That's fine, I got a lot of hair.
It is an LED light, so it probably would.
Yeah, it wasn't burning my hair.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it-
stop. Don't move it.
Oh. Like a woman.
What size is that?
You're the one that said it was a half inch.
Okay, well, I didn't know. So I thought somebody
Are
handed
you
you.
drunk, son?
Did you just
Here's a
ask him
14.
if he was drunk, son? is that literally what? Are you drunk?
Is that too big or what?
Oh my god.
Okay, where's that big screwdriver at?
Oh, God. I used to be strong enough just to do it myself, but no. Not anymore.
Let me get in here.
Are you in there?
Go.
Be going.
What?
He said I have been going.
Hold on a second.
He said I've been trying, bitch.
Here you go. All right, so we'll move on to removing the cross member real quick. Got 2 bolts on each side. You got it, Nick?
No,
Like my neck hurts.
like 'cause you're old. You just be patient.
My neck hurts. Okay.
Shh, oh man.
How do you normally do this shit? Doesn't your neck always hurt?
Yes,
No?
he's just whining
Do
about
you
it.
usually have a pillow?
Yeah.
You usually have a pillow. You got cheese with your wine.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
Or,
Baked goods.
yep.
Okay, we're just gonna.
Yeah, apparently we're gonna
Pause.
We're pausing for the cause, and the cause is to eat his fucking green.
All right, so we got all the bow housing bolts out of the bow housing for now. Now transmission's disconnected, so we'll pull it back. Come on back.
Yes, it's back.
Okay, I'll go down a little bit. Ready?
Yeah.
Transmission is out. Great time. Not
Both of
really.
you, side by side, for a thumbnail. Look at you, I swear to God. You're wearing your good pants and one of your good shirts instead of a shirt. Tony at least has his freaking work clothes on, which aren't even just work clothes on. You, on the other hand, I just can't with you.
All right, so when you rebuilt this transmission, this is, like I said, a gas governor. We got to swap it out for a diesel governor. So we'll just pop this off real quick. Okay, so the cover's sat all the way. You gotta reach in here. You only want about a 1/16 of play in the governor, so you gotta take the center. Kind of just tap the center in a little bit. All right, so we got the cover on. We had to dent the center a little bit because you want to, down there you can see the governor. You just reach in there. You see that little bit of play? How much play you want. And then you have to dent the cover there till then. Oh, look, Benelli came to say hi. All right, so right now we're gonna flush the cooler lines. Just get some of this this cooler clean here. You just hook it to your cooler line here. Should thread in. You want to do this, make sure you flush out everything that's in the cooler. And then you just flush it out. You just flush it and let it sit for a minute because it's solvent, so it'll dissolve all the materials and everything that's in the cooler. All right, back under here. You can see right here that line was rubbing. It rubbed the hole right there. So we'll have to probably splice that piece of hose. Surprised it wasn't more rubbed through up here. So we'll have to patch that line. Lines are all blown out, so we'll get ready to. We're gonna turn the camera off, clean off some of this mess down here, so it's a little easier to get the new transmission in. So we're gonna clean up and get the new transmission ready to go in. All right, so we're getting ready to put the transmission back in. You saw us struggling to get the old one out because that transmission jack adapter or transmission support adapter for the jack doesn't lower it enough. It's gonna be kind of hard to get in there. So what I did is I kind of fabbed up this piece of wood here so it'll sit flat. So we can lower the jack all the way down. I just took some scrap wood and screwed it together real quick. Some holes in it, and then this will line it up so it won't slide off. I thought that was a pretty good idea. You know, that way the board won't slide off or anything like that. And I set it forward because it's going to be front heavy with the converter in there. But I'm hoping this gets this down low enough where we get under the truck or under the cross member. So I'm going to grab the transmission, set it on there, and we'll set the torque converter in there. All right, we got torque converter filled up. So how you want to do this, you want to pick it up and put it on there. There's 3 splines you got to line it up on. So let me show you. So you got these splines here. All right, so you got these splines here. This is your input shaft, and this is your stator. And then you have these notches in the side there. That's for your pump. So when you put these on here, you should pick it up, slide it on. You'll feel it go on. You should feel 3, clunks, because it should go on the first set of splines, onto the stator, and then you got to spin it to engage the pump. I'm gonna try and show you how to do that. It's kind of tricky sometimes. Most of the time it goes pretty straightforward. So we'll get you down in here and show you. All right. So like I said, we just pick it up. Kind of just try not to mess up that O-ring there in the front. You just kind of move it around. In it, there was the first set. And I believe that all went in there already. An easy way to tell if it's all the way back too is if you can't get your fingers behind there. It's an easy way to tell that the pump's all the way engaged. All right, so we're gonna wheel this back. First, I'm gonna check the balance. I'm just gonna jack it up the rest of the way. Yeah. No. Okay, so it's still back heavy, so I'm gonna slide it forward a little bit. Truck wasn't up high enough. So what I ended up doing was I just put a jack under the spring right there. Jacked up this side of the truck just a little bit, get it under there. Transmission's up under the truck now. So it should be able to just, let this jack down. There's that. So we'll get set up under here and then we'll start putting it back in. But she's under the truck, at least for the most part. So that's good. We have to slide it forward and get everything lined up. But let me move some tools out of the way and we'll get started on that. So you can see it's slow going. Might be able to get start getting the dipstick tube in now. So we'll get some tranny fluid, wipe on that, start it. We got the kickdown cable here. gonna be hard to do this one-handed, but see this little hole right there? In here, there's a little pin. There's a little clip, little pin. You gotta line those two up. I can show you on the other transmission actually. So you got this little hole here. This is your TV cable. It's not a kick down on the 700R4, it's a TV cable. You get a little pin there. So I can show you in this one since this one's out. This little clip right here. You want to slide that in there, and then you put it back down. Kind of hard to do that and film it at the same time, but that's kind of the idea behind that. So we'll work on that. We'll get the dipstick tube started, and we get it up in there and juggle it around. So like I said, to get this TV cable in there, it's kind of tricky. You gotta pull that metal cable up and loop it in this little hook. Line the hole up with that little hook. Like that. If you have somebody on the other end of the TV cable to pull it tight after you hook it, it really helps. Okay, so I think I got that one. The dipstick tube should be able to start. Try and start the dipstick tube. I'm just up top checking the TV cable. Oh shoot. So you got this little 10 mil that holds the TV cable in. We'll put that in first. Kind of easy to get to right now, so do that. All right, TV cable connected. So we're gonna keep going up with the. So we're gonna keep going up. We'll have to go up and forward. And I'm gonna go up top and see if I can push the dipstick tube down a little bit more. Alrighty. Just gotta go up a little bit more and we'll be there. Just like that, she's on the dowels. That's pretty neat. So what I'm gonna do now, just throw the two bottom bolts in, just so it's holding in there. You never want to use a transmission bolt, pull it in all the way, unless you for sure know your torque converter is not binding up. It's on the dowels, so we know it's not going to go any farther, but you never can be too careful. All right, so I gotta still look around, double check everything, but as you can see, she's up in there. Like I was saying, you don't want to tighten the transmission down. You got two bolts in there. But you don't want to tighten it down if your torque converter's hitting. See, we're free. There's about a 1/8 of an inch gap. When we put a bolt in there, it'll pull it up forward. Still got some other little, I got a cross member to put in. I'll probably work on that. But we just got 2 bottom bolts in. One on each side, that side, that side. And before we tighten everything up, we'll go around and double check. Make sure nothing got pinched between the transmission and the engine. That would not be good. So I'll probably go get in one more bolt on each side, and then we'll call it good for right now. Go get something to eat. Come back after we get something to eat. All right, so back under here, the bell housing bolts are all tight. So the bell housing and that motor are tight. So we're gonna go with the cross member back in now. So pull the cross member back in. And then, like that, transmission is bolted in. We'll just get the 2 transmission mount bolts in here. All right, so cross member all bolted in there. All ready to go. Transmission pan, torque converter. So she's in there. So tomorrow we'll finish hooking everything up and fill her with fluid and see if she runs. All right, so we're getting ready to put transfer case in. Got some silicone on this flange here. So we're gonna try and pick it up and put it in there because it's kind of hard to balance on the jack. So we're putting torque converter bolts in now. Blue Loctite on the ends. All right, so we got the 3 torque converter bolts in. Just using a screwdriver to get the flywheel and spin it down. Rotate it around. Got them all started. You want to get them all started first before you tighten one down, just so they all line up. Here, I'll let.
Yeah, why don't you move for a minute until I get set up, and then we'll put you back where you're supposed to be.
Can't.
Put it in the hole.
All right, so got the transfer case bolted in, torqued up, transmission pan. Got the torque converter cover in there bolted up. Got one of the transmission lines. I had to cut that one off. I'll show you why here in a second. I think you saw the leak when I was cleaning the cooler lines. So that's pretty much, we just gotta fix that cooler line there and then put some drive shafts in and she'll be done. All right, back up here in front of the truck. Here's the cooler line. That's where I cut it. If you look right there, you can kind of see where wore through, split. So we're gonna just cut out a section of it and flare it and put a piece of hose there. Make sure you use power steering hose because it's oil resistant. You don't want to use fuel line for this. So like I was showing, it's wore through right there. So we cut that. We'll probably just cut around here. All right, so you get your flaring tool. On a double flare, you want to set this pin down, but you want to protrude it about that high out of there. Sometimes this will get stuck in there. You just have to pull it out. You'll see it kind of flattens and mushrooms it out, like so. Then you take your flaring tool again. Stick it in there. Just go down until it bottoms it out. Just like that. Got a perfect double flare. That way when you put the hose over it and clamp it, it won't slide past, it would make it harder to slide past it. But yeah, just like that. Perfect double flare if you got the right tool. Don't buy the cheap Amazon tool. That sucked. It didn't work. Luckily, Nick had some expensive stuff. But so we'll get on the vehicle, do the same thing to the other side, and we'll get her in there. Flared that side. One's hanging there, so we just need a short piece. Go from there to there. So a piece of hose. Get that going. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go put some. Gotta finish hooking this up. The full transfer case selector. Here we'll put it back in neutral. Then we'll put the drive lines in, and she'll pretty much be done. Oh, we got casualty. Creeper broke. Yep. I'm fat. I broke creeper. Wheels buckled in. Too much work there. All right, everybody. Back here on Blazer. So all the work under the truck is pretty much done. Got drive lines in. Didn't really film any of that. It's pretty straightforward. Just bolt that back in. Flange there. While we're down here, might as well change some oil since it hasn't been done. So once we get it on the ground, we're gonna pull the grill off, and we got a transmission cooler to put on this. Just help with the temperatures a little bit. So we'll change oil, throw on this cooler, and then it should be good to go. Fire it up and hopefully shift through some gears if it actually works this time. But we'll find out. So we'll put 8 quarts in it. We'll start it up and run it through the gears. Then we'll check it. You don't want to put all the fluid in or too much. It should hold around 10 or 11 total, being empty. So there's 8 in there right now. I added this lube guard earlier with the first quart oil, or the first gallon of training fluid. So added this in there. I was always told by the transmission builders, always add this, it helps with the heat. That's what I did. So now we gotta pull this grill off. You get behind here. So this T20, you'll just remove all these for the bezel. So here's the tranny cooler, one of the biggest ones you can get. So they'll just mount right like that. So just got the hoses on, like so. Give me one of them. So on these, usually just pick a spot. Usually don't push them through all the way. All right, so stuck in here where it's gonna be. Square bodies have this nice little notch right here where you can run them through. I will zip tie these together right there, just like that. And then we gotta reach behind and pull these through. I don't know if you can see them back there or not. And little squishy tabs, you usually push it till it touches and you push it in a little bit and it holds tension on it.
Okay, do we have some fun with the fan trim them, or do we trim them first?
They'll self-clearance eventually. You want to let them self-clearance, you can. All right, so you push it till it touches the radiator and you just pull it tight. It'll squish that foam. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. All right, so this is gonna be the TV cable back here. Has to be adjusted correctly. So right here is the TV cable. So the throttle's back, and you can pull on it. There's some tension. It's spring loaded, and you feel when it starts hitting the shaft right about there. So pull it out, it touches. It's just about lined up where it was before we took it apart. All right. The TV cable's hooked up. If you had to adjust it, you got this little button here you can push. It'll slide it in and out. Put that back on there. It should be good to go. All right, so that's on there. You want to split me another hose, Nick?
Sure.
Just like give me a 3-inch piece.
A 3-inch piece?
Yeah, split it down the middle. Sweating.
You're like a drunk person that says they're drunk every 5 minutes.
Thanks for that. Where are you going?
Me or her?
Oh, her. Oh, thanks. Somebody's nice.
Wasn't me.
All right, so it's hitting the frame a little bit right here. So we just took a piece of hose, split it down the middle. Have it like that so it's not rubbing on the frame. So that is all of it. Now we just gotta connect the batteries and see if she'll start.
And put a transfer case fluid in.
Worried about that later. Can't get my keys.
Oh, are you feeling a little short?
This-
Here, stand on this. Stand on one of the jack stands, honey. That's what I do.
Stand on one of the gas. Oh, these are gas cans.
No, jack stands.
Jack stand.
You might want to open it more than that, Nick.
Well, I will when she gets the dogs under control.
Well, let her up with me.
Oh, you're ready. Remy should be fine.
All right, let's see if she'll see what happens.
Hey. Oh, here, give this to him. It's not staying on very good.
When I was laughing, you guys are like,
Yeah, when the dog's attacking us, you're just laughing.
Yeah.
Now you get it back.
Yep. It's okay.
All right, so we just gotta.
You know, like, but
Oh, really?
So it's not on very well.
Thanks for telling me now.
I already told you twice.
All right, so we took a bottle with a tip and a hose. Now we're gonna try to fill the transfer case. All right, so that's done. Now she's ready to go for a drive. So let's go for a drive.
alright.
Just filling up the tire here for the test drive.
Alright.
All right, let's go on a test drive. See if she shifts or not. Guess we'll find out here in a second. Oh, there's second.
That's a big plus.
It went to second.
We've never had second before, so that's a change.
First shift in this truck.
Take a left, we can go down the dirt road.
She actually shifts to second. See if you've got third. Which street we need to go to?
The next one. Is he turning? Or are you just cutting people off? Oh, you're just cutting people off.
Yeah.
Awesome. Nobody left behind that one guy that you just...
Oh, there's third.
Well, that's a plus, because that guy's probably not very happy.
All right, everybody, let's finish off this episode of Frostbite Garage. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment and like, or subscribe. Subscribe's cool. We hit 100 subscribers, which is surprising. I didn't think we'd even get that far. So that's cool. Plenty more to do on this work to do on this Blazer. So if you want to see more of that, let us know. We'll probably do some body work, some gauges, fix a lot of rust. There's a lot of rust to fix. That's all coming up on a future episode. So stay tuned to Frostbite Garage.